During my sophomore year of high school, my parents told me and my siblings that we were going to move to Oxford, England for a whole year. My dad is professor of computational social science at George Mason University. For those who don't know, every 7 years, professors get a sabbatical, which is a period of paid leave for work, study, or travel. 7 years prior, we moved to Middlebury, Vermont. I was in second grade, but it was still a very memorable experience. No kid wants to move, especially a high schooler. I protested for a very long time, but come August, I had no choice but to move with my family. My mom, dad, brother, and I moved to a townhouse in the heart of Oxford, England. Right in our backyard was an amazing meadow that had horses, cows, and other animals farmers could put there for them to graze. There are also many pubs lining the outside of the meadow. I had been playing soccer since I was 4 years old. Taking a whole year off while moving to England seemed ridiculous when soccer is the heart of the sport of England. After doing some research, we learned that there was a local team called Oxford United FC. My dad and I contacted the team and they allowed me to try out. When I found out I had made the team, I was so excited. It was a very competitive league. We played teams from all over the country and we would travel for up to 3 hours for a game. We even played the Arsenal U17 team and almost beat them. I ended up being the 4th highest scorer in the league and made many friends, some I still keep in touch with today. While we were there, we traveled all around Europe. We went to Paris, France, and the south of France, right on the Mediterranean, Marseille and Aix-en-Provence. I never have ever seen water that blue in my life. We also traveled to Italy, saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and went to a small town outside of Pisa called Lucca. It was one of the coolest towns I've ever been to. Surrounding the whole town was a wall that was used as a barrier for intruders back in the day. Besides Europe, I traveled to London many times throughout my year abroad. It was only 45 minutes by train, which made it really convenient to go to. London was by far my favorite city I have traveled to. It was cleaner than New York and reminded me a lot of Washington, D.C., which is where we grew up. London had super good food, especially breakfast food. The English breakfast is known for serving baked beans, eggs, some sort of sausage and bacon, and toast. Along with good food, London has really cool history and sightseeing. The London Eye might have been my favorite tourist attraction, especially riding it at night. The whole city is lit up, and you can see it for miles. The London Eye is located in the Westminster part of London and was for sure my favorite part to be in. I can definitely see myself going back to London at some point in my life, maybe even moving there at some point. Even though I protested as a high schooler to move abroad, I wouldn't change the experience for the world, and I really hope at some point I can give my kids the same experience to really experience life outside the US and different cultures.